Hi, I'm Lisa Lingo with Exertis Almo. Welcome to our second edition of Did You Know with Matt Wirsig of Barco ClickShare. Matt, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, and I appreciate it, Lisa. Thanks so much for inviting me.
Yeah, we're going to keep this quick, folks. We're going to talk about the new CX-50 Gen 2. Matt, I'm going to let you take it from here and share what you got with us today.
Sure, absolutely. Let me get my screen share up. Hopefully you can see that. We've got a great new product in the CX line. We call it the Gen 2, but just to be clear, it is not a replacement of the previous Gen 1 product. In essence, what I want to accomplish is a couple things. One is we're still going to continue selling the CX-50, the original generation, in addition to this newer model that's super exciting, and we'll get into some of the product highlights. But really at the end of the day, one is designed for single display scenarios and the other is designed for multiple display, dual display scenarios. So that's really the big thing. It still retains the HDMI pass-through capability that the original unit has. But why we're really excited about it is it rounds out our product portfolio with some things that people were really looking for that we didn't have previously, right? So most folks are familiar with our just basic ClickShare Present, wireless sharing, the CX-2030 and original CX-50. So the Gen 2 really addresses some feedback we got in the market on, okay, well, we've got multiple displays. Sometimes we want content mirrored, but sometimes in a collaboration call, people want people and content on a different display, right? So that's really kind of the core goal of this product. Also, given that it's based on a newer chipset, it also gives us a lot of future proofing to add a bunch of new functionality moving forward on top of dual display support, moving forward into the future. So a great excuse to engage with our integration partners on just product updates in general, or having us be brought in to talk through it in a little more detail. And so, looking at what we're trying to address is really, how do we scale up across multiple meeting spaces, right? So anything across our product portfolio, small meeting space, multi-display meeting space, you name it, right? So we're just really trying to run the gamut on where a product can fit and help our clients out. And so this new Gen 2 looks identical to the original CX-50, but again, it has some additional capabilities. And so really the primary scope of why we built this product is twofold. Could be used in a non-collaboration conferencing scenario. So if you and I were in a meeting space, Lisa, and I pulled my content up with a button or used the app to share, my content could be mirrored. If you connect a button or you fire up the ClickShare app on your device, now I've got my content on one display and you've got your content on another display, right? So that is kind of a new functionality that I think is pretty cool just by itself. But then taking that one step further, if you were to launch, initially it's Teams, we're going to be adding Zoom and then a number of other collaboration providers. But if it's a Teams call, in this case, you could have people on one display and content on another. So you're maximizing that real estate, which I think is pretty cool. We also have some unique capabilities as far as still retaining an HDMI direct input into the system. So if people have a Nook PC that is the brain of the Teams room or a Zoom room, for example, you could still retain that functionality that we had on the original CX-50, but now we're adding the dual display capability, right? Which I think is pretty cool. And then also support for, and some of our integrators are in this business, kind of all-in-one display scenarios, where not only is it a display, but it's a Windows device that is, a Teams unit in essence, right? So the WCD, Windows collaboration display capabilities are also included in this product. And then the final thing, at least that I want to cover now, is previously people that wanted to add our CX product into a dedicated Teams room or a dedicated Zoom room, if they wanted like an agnostic play, as far as what if somebody comes in looking to do GoToMeeting or Zoom, depending on what the dedicated in-room solution is, you would have to kind of get creative with additional cabling and control programming and like a USB hub host switch. We are going to have the ability to support kind of appliance mode and device mode for peripherals that are in the room. So if it's a dedicated Poly or Logitech unit that is, Teams or Zoom dedicated, we can actually grab that, take control of that, leverage it for whatever the agnostic conference call is. And then once people are done using the ClickShare unit, release that back into being a Teams room or a Zoom room, for example. So just a lot more flexibility that we're pretty excited about.
Absolutely, as you should be. Now, this is great. We've had a lot of our customers asking for dual display, so this is the item to get. Just to keep everyone aware, we do have stock in all of ClickShare, but definitely in this new Gen 2 as well. It is not replacing the CX-50. It is
in addition to.
Yes. Okay, good. If you get the chance, it will be showcased at our E4 experience in Santa Clara on April 25th. So that'll be exciting as well. Anything else you want to add today, Matt?
No, just that I know we are all in the business of wanting to engage with clients wherever we can. This is a new product. It's a great excuse to engage with folks that maybe weren't aware that we could support multi-display applications, which now we can. So, please get with, Lisa at Exertis Almo or your rep there, or feel free to reach out to Barco if you know your Barco contact. And we're more than happy to run folks through the great capabilities,
Absolutely.
bring a demo unit by, et cetera. So
that sounds great. I think that's all we have for today. Thanks for your time,
awesome.
Matt. We'll see you soon. Take care.
Yeah, thanks, Lisa. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you.
Bye-bye.